Hi guys, this is Drawing Girl 4, and I know that I already had two parts dedicated to how bad Breadwinners is, but there's one thing that I need to say that I forgot to say in those other two parts. There's just so many things racing in my mind about the show. And the thing that I hate the most about it is that it's one of those shows that thinks, oh, just because it's for kids, it doesn't have to be good. I mean, the show's main cater audiences are 6 to 11. And I know as much as we hate this show and how much we want to erase from existence, it's probably gonna stay. Do you wanna know why? Because there's going to be kids are gonna watch this crap. I mean, they're naive. They're naive. They don't understand what's the difference between a good and a bad show. And the main reason why they don't understand is because mostly parents we don't parents never tell us about the difference between a good and a bad show. I mean, with my parents, this is what they told me. My parents told me that pretty much anything that is appropriate for me and that isn't, inappropriate, like has bad words or sex or violence or anything like that, or that isn't Adult Swim or inappropriate or bad towards, Christianity or things like that, that is considered a good show. Anything that has all that stuff is considered a bad show. And to be perfectly honest, I myself as a person didn't even realize that there were two different kinds of bad till I met the internet. There's bad as in bad quality, and then there's bad as, terrorist bad, Hitler bad. We all know that type of bad. And I really think that parents, need to teach kids the different types of bads and goods, because if parents don't do that, then there's going to be kids watching more crappy cartoons like Sanjay and Craig and, Breadwinners. I myself think that parents are smart, and hopefully they won't let kids watch Sanjay and Craig. I hope to God that won't happen. But, they might, look at Breadwinners and think, as long as it's distracting my child, it's a good show. Which I hope will not happen, and which I hope that will stop. I'm really thirsty. And that's the main thing, because people need to realize, just because it's targeted for kids does not have the excuse to have lazy writing, stupid plot, unlikable characters, or anything like that. It doesn't have the excuse. And just because a little 4-year-old kid likes it doesn't make it good, because kids don't know any better. Like, that has no excuse. And like Rebel Taxi said, just because a show has ratings like Y7 or things like that, it doesn't mean that it's for kids and only for kids. By that logic, then the PG-13 movies are only for teenagers, and no one else above the age of 13 years old is allowed to watch them. Like, that's not true. It doesn't mean that it's only for those age demographics. It means that it's appropriate for those age demographics. And I've always had that mindset, the same with Rebel Taxi, about cartoons. But no, this is one of the cartoons that said, let's cater to the kiddies. Let's not be good. Let's focus on what the kiddies will like, because obviously if we bring all this stupid crap in here that the kiddies supposedly like, then that'll boost up their ratings. And the worst thing about it is that executives and people, all over the country, they don't know what kids like. Instead of getting all of your stupid charts and doing supposedly research about what kids like, no, kids are different. Kids change every single year. Heck, there could be a kid that has different taste about what is good and what is bad in a day, or a month, or heck, it could be an instant, because people are different. We change. We aren't gonna like the same stuff. We aren't gonna like what you give us, Nickelodeon. And people need to realize that. And instead of doing all your stupid research, how about you actually talk to a few kids? How about you actually see what they like? And the thing is that don't focus it on what you think kids will only like, because sorry, I have this problem. Because don't try to focus in, catering. Because when you make a show, don't try to focus on catering to kids. Like, whenever I focus on my show, the main thing I want it to have is good morals for kids to learn. That's about it. But other than that, don't try to cater to kids and don't try to like make it only for kids. That's the only reason why it's existing. No, make it more than that. And the thing is that cartoons aren't popular because they're for kids. They're popular because they're for everyone. And another thing, for people that think cartoons are only for kids, have you ever seen a kid make a cartoon? No. Who was the youngest to make a cartoon? The creator of Breadwinners show. He's like in his 20s. Yep. I've never seen a kid create a cartoon show. So that just straight up proves that people that think cartoons are only for kids are wrong. Because to be anything, back in the 60s, a majority of the Looney Tunes show, heck, even now, a majority of the Looney Tunes shorts, they're popular with adults. The main audience for the Looney Tunes are adults who love the Looney Tunes. Heck, my grandma loves the Looney Tunes. She often watches it, and she's a grandma. That should tell you something. Because when a cartoon has more than just simply a cartoon, it has more value in it. It has more value than simply just for kids. Then people are still gonna look back on it. People are still gonna remember it. Like the best example out there, the Looney Tunes. People are still going to remember the Looney Tunes, but people aren't going to remember this show. And that's all I have to say about this. I hopefully this is my last Breadwinners. Bye, guys.